Because the Cozywood Forest tourism board has closed for the time being after the accident, which you don't know anything about quite yet, basically you're the only ones there. And so at that point, the whole party retreated to their own private cabanas lakeside, and there's no other tourists there, and they could make use of the cabanas to enjoy their long rest. And I figure at that point, Gulrik, you actually have to decide if you come out onto the balcony after all this commotion and join the rest of your party and what you do with your roped fork, who I dubbed Slippery Willy.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be Free Willy soon.
I'm not going to roll a strength check for Slippery Willy, because I presume Gulrik tied him far too strongly.
Free Willy? That is
Slippery Willy.
Yeah. I mean, it's not his Christian name.
Write that one down. That's one of my official characters.
Like emerges from dark and out to the cabana and sees his friends, and he's dragging Slick Willy behind him.
Oh, okay. Now
Got a
so
nice little like leash on it.
so you can drag the Slippery Willy out onto the patio deck of the meadery, and the patio deck is actually like 40 feet above the lake.
Oh man!
And the only way to get down that you can tell is by using zip lines. There's 2 platforms on either side, and they have zip lines going to different tree houses that are in this area in the town, including 2 that go straight down to the lake.
And I see everybody down at the lake, and
At this time, the party has all retreated, so it's actually nighttime now. So it's been several hours that Gulrik has sort of meditated, and so going outside, you don't see anybody. But it looks very nice because it's nighttime in the yellow-leaved Cozywood Forest, and there's bioluminescent fungi on the different trees, especially near the different tree houses.
Mongolia, this is so nice. Oh, I don't know.
And there aren't forks that are yelling and screaming at everyone.
Yeah, but I don't know where the rest of the party's at this point, correct?
Correct, you do not.
Oh boy. Alright. Gulrik, in his infinite wisdom, thinks and ponders about his next move. He thinks about it now. He ties Slick Willy to the zip line on the right.
Uh-huh.
Mischief unmanaged. Mischief the same. Go on your way and cause no more. He pushes him down the right side himself. And then decides to go on the left zip line.
You're letting him dig away?
That's all dished me.
We need to question him.
Not anymore.
Also, we ditch us. I will just point that out.
Alright, what do I need to roll for, Colin?
Roll for the knot that you're tying for this fork.
Will.
Oh, great. You're going to kill him.
He might die. That could be a thing. What am I rolling? Is that a...
Typically you would add your wisdom modifier for knot tying.
Okay. The D20?
Yep, so roll a d20, and then as your wisdom modifier, it looks like it's +2.
Yep. How does a 10 do me? Is that like a figure 8? Is that like a nail and coffin knot? Like, what are we talking here?
Is that a square knot?
So you give him your shove, and he's gonna and slide down this zip line, and near the bottom, the knot that you tie on here snaps from the friction on the zip line. And, oh my god, he rolled a 20! The fork,
He does.
I'm not lying. No, so the fork,
lands on his feet.
the Slippery Willy again. So Slippery Willy, he slides down, the knot breaks on the zip line, he tumbles off, he flails on the ground, but manages basically to catch himself in a superhero style, land on his feet.
And he spouts out a blowhole because he's Free Willy now, bitches.
Yeah.
Classic
Slippery Willy. So, you can't tell from here if he's broken out of your hogtied knots or not, but he certainly is able and agile enough to stop. So from there, what's your next move, Gulrik?
Gulrik jumps on the line to the left and tries to zip line over to the left side.
You gonna bare hand it, or do you have some twine or something?
Oh, let's see what I don't want to do that. Let's see what I got.
Or an axe. And then, so Maurice and Mushu and Justira, you can all roll perception checks. So you roll a d20 and then check your perception.
There he is.
I think that's actually... Yeah, so it's the wisdom modifier. So you can roll, and you're checking to see if you hear anything.
There's
Wait,
+2.
so it's plus wisdom?
Yeah.
So 15.
Oh.
16.
16? Alright, so Mushu doesn't hear anything while she's relaxing in her hammock. But yeah, so the two of you do hear something coming from across the lake from the cabanas. A loud crash and a watery sort of...
I go out to the porch of our cabana and look over the water to see if I can see anything. I don't know how far away it is.
It's pretty dark out. I think you're an elf, so you might have dark vision.
Did you have night vision?
Oh, it's nighttime. I do have night vision.
Yeah, if you're an elf, you got dark vision.
60 feet.
Oh, I only have
60
60 feet of dark vision.
Yeah, so he's a little bit further than that. So you definitely heard something and you know the direction that it came from, but you don't see anything. Because essentially there's the cabanas on the far side of the lake, and then this whole lake that's sort of, 100 feet or more, and then the other side of the shore, and way above it, the meadery.
Okay. Say, hey guys, I heard something, and it kind of sounds suspicious. Who wants to go with me? Check it out.
I do.
No, thanks.
Mushu?
I'll come with you.
Do it.
That's fine. I'm going back to sleep.
Trip, that's right. Maurice?
Maurice is just going to sleep through the
Howard,
session.
Maurice.
It's the most Maurice thing to do.
Is there like a boat that we can...
There are, what are those, the kicky foot paddlers?
Paddle boats?
Yeah, there's a bunch of paddle boats near on a dock that goes out from the cabanas.
We'll have to take one of those. Pedal.
Or you can go around the lake.
Pedal to the
It's
middle.
up to you. If you want to, you should do those things because it's funny.
Paddling, and Mushu's a lot bigger than I am, so it's like sinking on one side.
Yes.
And my
Nice.
pedals are like...
All right. So you're taking a 2-seater and you're both in there.
Yeah.
All right. So you got to make strength checks,
Ooh.
athletics.
Should be mine.
God, you're just going in circles.
Oh boy. I got a 7.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, that's 0.
Got a 19.
Ooh, 19.
Ooh,
There you
damn.
go.
All right, so you're paddling across that lake,
Yeah.
and as you close in, Justira, you can definitely see that there's a fork on the ground who's like wrestling with himself, but you're still 30 feet away.
Alright, so I say, Mushu, let's go. And we jump out of the boat and we rush over to the fork.
Well, you're still on the water there, so it's going to take another roll to get across the water the rest of the way. Does Gulrik do anything in the midst of this?
Come on, Gulrik.
There's the boat leaves a trail of bioluminescence in the water. As you cause ripples in the lake, Gulrik can actually see that coming up from the lake.
Is the water diveable from where I'm at, from my platform?
No.
Oh, it's not.
It's like
not.
60, it's like 40 feet up and then another 60 feet out.
They're coming to you.
But there are other zip lines, so there's another zip line that goes across the lake.
Oh my god. I don't know where the fuck they like do. Just observe the bioluminescence for now. See if I can make some type of inclination of what's causing it. Damn it.
So we roll again to get across the.
So yeah. The
Okay, let's
Slippery
roll
Willy was not able to break the knots.
Okay.
So he's jumping away on one leg around the far side of the lake as he's still trying to get his other limbs out. Because his like hands are still kind of tied into one leg, you know, so he's kind of like jumping like that.
Alright, I roll a 7 again.
Okay, I got a 15.
All right, so you make it. You make it to the shore.
We make it to the shore.
Yeah,
Okay,
and you can run him down.
Alright.
if you
we
want.
jump down out of
We
the
hop
boat.
out and we run them down.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna run him down. All right.
Yeah.
Are you gonna charge him? You can make a strength check to grab him.
All right.
That was a 4.
Plus 3.
Oh no.
7.
I got a 19.
Oh!
Yeah.
So you both barrel towards Mushu, flies right over the head of Slippery Willy, and Justira manages to lock arms and grab and hold on to him. He shouts and curses in Forkish.
Like, Mushu, grab the rope.
But
He's
he's
not tied.
already tied, right?
He's half tied.
Oh, well, I'll tie him up again.
I'm up again.
Try a third time.
Okay.
At this point, I feel like Brandon should
Probably
hear
hear
us.
Yeah, can I do a check to see if I hear all this commotion?
Yeah.
It's a perception?
Yep.
Oh, I don't remember which modifier that is.
Wisdom.
I feel like my dice are looking poorly. Alright, it is a 16.
What's the whole point of buying these?
So you hear a familiar voice. You hear Justira and Mushu yelling at one another, especially Mushu's dragonborn sort of deeper voice carry through the forest canopy.
I can tell which. Can I tell which zip line it's towards?
Yeah, it's towards the right one, which you pushed the fork down.
Ulrich, hearing his possible friends, runs, leaps off of the railing, does a flip, grabs his axe, and tries to catch onto the top of
Okay,
the zip.
you can make a.
All
right,
point
so-
of being a monk is you can do crazy shit.
Yeah, you can roll your acrobatics, D20, and add your acrobatics, which is +4.
Alright, 17.
Nice.
All right, you succeed and knock that on there and zip line down like you totally do this all the time. And you arrive right up at the fork being held by Justira and Mushu's sort of emotional support nearby.
Tumble off the line and I look at my friends and see, it's good to see you. Clearly, you found Slippery Willy.
Free will.
Maybe we should ascertain what knowledge this orc has.
Good idea. So wise.
So wise.
Turn them out.
Alright, well, gang, what should we do? Should we bring this fork back to our little cabana and question him?
Yes.
I think.
Bring him back.
Okay. So, I'm guessing we have to load all 4 of us into this paddle boat?
If you want to. There's also a path that runs
we
around the lake.
Can walk there.
It's
and
not a
arrive
huge
somewhere.
lake.
Well,
You can just drag him
Like
behind you. Or you can load him
Wait.
onto the paddle boat, you know.
what's the weight capacity of this paddle boat?
Yeah, David can Google that real quick for me.
D&D weight capacity.
Not enough for 4.
European boy.
Yeah.
The Coast Guard recommends no more than 545 pounds.
There we go.
A Sarah
Quite a bit.
dragon.
Mushu's like 400 already.
Yeah.
Let's walk.
Okay, maybe we can like put a stick in between the fork's hands and feet and kind of carry him like a.
There we go.
All right, so you guys hike him all the way back to your cabanas, and while that's going on, cut using George Lucas style, like weird Star Wars style transitions, like
Zoom in, but zoom out.
the star or the weird clock or something.
Yeah.
PowerPoint transition star.
Yeah.
Windows Movie Maker.
Lucy, Galanodel, and Kilmer, who are enjoying themselves wherever you call home. And it's a lovely afternoon. You know, things are going great.
I'm a shepherd.
And you can say that to yourself if you want to.
That's what I do.
I'm a shepherd. So suddenly you are ripped from that directly upward and flying upwards into the sky.
Oh, shit.
And from there, everything goes black, and you see stars and planets, and things seem quite tranquil. And then they're not tranquil at all, and you see this spectral, skull-faced figure cross paths with you and stare you down, followed by lightning that crackles out, and you can make a saving throw. Acrobatics, a dexterity check by rolling a d20 and seeing what you get.
According to your write-up.
This might be familiar if you read the write-up.
17. I have no what's
Hold on. Wait, is the dexterity?
Yeah.
17.
Very good.
One.
7 and 17.
So lightning forks out, and it manages to... But in forking, it definitely strikes Lucy
Oh no.
right through the arm and back out the other side, and Lucy takes 4 lightning damage.
No! We all got beat up in this process. Just so you know, Lucy.
I know. I love.
There was nothing to be done about it.
Derek, did you roll your d20?
It's the most dramatic roll I've ever watched in my whole life.
It takes like 5 minutes.
Wait, so I get a dexterity mod, right? Okay, 11.
11 is just enough. It grazes past your hair and kind of smokes it a little bit, you know? But you succeed. What follows is nighttime, glowy sort of situation setting, and you're spiraling directly downward, and below you is some sort of thatched hut sort of structure, and you're falling directly onto it. So you can make another acrobatics check to see if you succeed in slowing yourself in any way. You can also use some sort of spell or ability or something to see if you can slow your fall or reverse it in any way.
Oh no, I don't have the materials. I was gonna do an acrobatics check. 16.
16?
Oh, just right off the bat, Colin messed up the very first day. So I'm glad that he's doing the same to you guys.
That's right.
Alright, I got 18, Colin. I rolled to save.
What?
Or you can try to launch fire yourself up like a rocket.
So, Kilmer, you're first, and you smack through a soft spot on this thatched roof, and you don't take any damage, but you do tumble directly through this thatch and land onto a dirt floor inside of a completely pitch black room.
I'm a shepherd.
Next to the police on fire.
Next.
Colin.
Uh-huh.
Wait. Sorry, I got an 18, but I want to disguise myself on my way down because I'm kind of weirded out by all the shit that's going on.
Okay.
I don't know much quicker.
And I hear a guy saying I'm a shepherd, so I want to disguise myself as a shepherd.
As a shepherd?
Yeah, so that I can be instant bros.
Should have been a
So-
sheep.
David, I'm a shepherd.
What's that?
You're a shepherd too. Everyone, I want to disguise myself as the shepherd. Can I see him?
You look exactly like me.
So you do have time to make one action, and you can make yourself...
I can disguise myself at will.
Right. You make yourself, including your clothing, armor, weapons, and other belongings on your person, look different until the spell ends or until you use an action to dismiss it. You can seem 1 foot shorter or taller and appear thin, fat, or in between.
Okay. Can I look just like him?
It's easy.
You can
Are
try
we close
to
enough
for
in
the
height?
2 seconds that you might have seen him in the darkness.
I'm about
Okay, so I want to be like a bizarro version of the shepherd. Can I be that? Like whatever? Because I also can see in the dark though, so I might have a decent idea of what he looks like.
Yeah. If you have, what are you wearing?
I am wearing not typical
Necky.
shepherd's fare, actually. I am wearing leather armor because, look, our little village has been beset by goblins a lot lately, so it's not safe to go out shepherding without being protected, okay? And I have a funny little metal hat. Because that's what the little
I want to.
D&D Beyond.
A metal hat?
Like the
Little
picture.
metal hat. It's like a helmet, kind of. It's just useless.
Mhm.
Let's make it feel safer.
My standard personal protective equipment.
Yeah.
Scope.
The leather armor is the important bit, and I have a shepherd's crook, a rather sturdy, thwacking crook. A crook for thwacking with.
So
Has one.
Galanodel smashes through the roof, also hitting a soft spot. Doesn't take any damage from falling through the thatch of this roof and down onto the floor. And
Spider-Man.
he gets up
I'm
and
a
dusts
shepherd.
himself off and says, "I'm a shepherd." And his hat is like brass, so instead of like a iron sort of color, it's like a brass color that's kind of tarnished. And then his shepherd's crook, instead of curving down and around, it curves up and around. All right,
I'm a shepherd.
I'm a shepherd. And you say it backwards.
You.
All right, Lucy, did you cast a spell or make a dex save?
Do I?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I want to use Burning Hands, and I want to cast it down like Jetpack.
Oh.
Nice.
I like it.
Nice.
I'd be like Pac-Man.
Oh my gosh. You're doing great. This is awesome.
Someone's like, they don't have a rule about this in the book.
They definitely don't. So, you cast Burning Hands. As you hold your hands with thumbs touching and fingers spread, a thin sheet of flames shoots forth from an outstretched fingertips. Each creature in a 15-foot cone must make a dexterity saving
Oh,
throw.
no, doing it straight down.
Or take
shepherd.
3d6 fire damage on a failed save.
Oh, what?
So,
Oh my goodness.
you do slow your descent a little bit, and you fire splashes out below your hands. It engulfs the thatch of this roof that you're about to fall through. It completely catches fire. It blows through the holes that are beneath, and David and Derek can roll a dexterity saving throw again.
Oh, man.
I got an 11.
Well, they both say, "I'm a shepherd," and then "I'm a shepherd,"
I'm a
and then fire rains
You're a
down.
I got an
I got
11.
a 7.
Yeah, that's a
check
failure.
was 12.
Great.
Oh.
So now you roll. Oh, it's 3d6. So roll this 3 times.
It's a
Now-
lot. It's a lot.
Excuse me?
1,
Oh, thank God.
Oh, that's lucky.
7, 13.
Jesus.
Oh,
Man.
wait, what?
David,
Total?
David, what was your?
Oh,
What did you roll?
An 11.
Oh, you rolled an 11. Okay, so
Welcome to the game.
There you go.
so 13 total?
13 total.
yes, so
Oh my
13
gosh.
fire damage.
Shit, so I'm down to 5 already.
Yeah, I'm done
Oh,
at 8.
shit.
Shepard will have a lot of.
David,
lot of
you said
damage,
11?
I bet.
David, you said 11?
11, yeah.
Okay, because her spell save DC is 12, so... Lucy, you fall
Lucy,
through the fire... I hope you're resistant to fire. You fall
no,
through
you're
the
resistant.
fire engulfed thatch of the roof. Oh, and you take 1 fire damage.
Oh,
The best landing ever.
Yeah, I think she came out the best out of all of us.
And yeah, so you slap into the
Everybody
dirt
goes
ground
to-
that's now all on fire. On the upside, everything is well lit in this space that you have landed in.
Oh boy.
So, Lucy, do you say, I'm a shepherd?
Oh, he's on fire and he says,
Same thing.
or do you say, you're not shepherds anymore? Or, I haven't seen a
So
shepherd do
now
that
that you've
before.
landed. So they're on
Yeah,
fire. You've landed. And so now you're in a burning building. What's going on? What happens next?
Spray them with the water.
Cold water.
There's gotta be a sink, right?
There is no sink.
No sink.
Oh no.
Well, they
To
are
save them.
they are not on fire. Very
Oh.
important. They were
We're off
set
fire.
on fire, but the fire goes out after exfoliating them, if you will, for 13 damage.
We should probably look for a door.
a lot has happened. There's another shepherd now. He just fell out of blackness. He just got lit on fire. Someone just fell through the fire. Kilmer's just had it. Overwhelming.
So the room that you can see quite well now because of the fire, and the roof specifically that's on fire, but also a lot of straw and bits and pieces from the roof everywhere also on fire. The room is quite small. It's sort of like 10 feet wide and 20 feet long, and it has a lot of piles of random debris in the corners. That's a lot of vines and branches and various pieces of... there are shelves on the wall. Everything is built of wood. And that's kind of the space that you're in at the moment, the three of you.
What's the door situation?
There is a door on the far side of the room. It's very rickety, like it's a bunch of wood panels that are sort of, nailed together. And you can sort of see darkness. You can't really see anything, but clearly, as the fire is flickering, you can see there are parts of the door that can be seen through.
Well, this doesn't seem like an appropriate time for introductions, so I would like to rush the door and try to break through those boards that are holding it rickety closed.
All right, you can make a strength check against the door.
Can I get advantage for running at it?
You perform a sneak attack at the door. What did you roll?
I got a 7.
Yeah. The door holds in its frame as you bounce off of it.
I'm 3 feet tall. What do you want?
Now,
I'm gonna try and sit down.
I would like you, the three of you, to roll a... actually, I need to know your passive perception. That's what I need to
Oh
know.
boy. I need to know my own passive
Can I
perception.
try the doorknob?
Wait a minute.
Just trying the doorknob.
Yes, you can walk over and try the doorknob. It has a big wooden board through the back of it.
Can we pull the board?
You can try to.
Oh, like it's
I would like
board
to
is
try
not
to.
been barricaded from the inside. Well, I feel very dumb now.
Yeah, you're making a name for yourself.
Kilmer's not supposed to be dumb, but I might have to dump his intelligence.
Wait, so there's a board on the other side, Colin?
There's a
it's on
board
our
on this side that you can see.
So
I got 13 passive.
13,
17.
17. Oh, okay, 17.
what?
So
David, what the hell were you?
Kilmer's
Look,
the
I'm
only one who notices that there are some of the piles of branches are moving. And they're moving towards you fast. So all three of you now need to roll initiative.
Trip, I'm a shepherd. I have to be observant to protect my friends. Oh, dear.
Uh-oh.
What happens if you roll a 1?
Initiative?
you shit your pants.
I don't think I can critically fail or succeed on initiative.
So an initiative of 3 then total.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. It's just you're going last.
I got a 4.
Oh, yeah, okay. Plus 2. Okay, so I got a 21.
All right. So since you noticed them first, Kilmer can go first. Yeah, there's 4 visible piles you can see. One is they're kind of in each corner, and so one is kind of right next to the door. One is on the other side of the door, and then there's another 2 in the far corners of the room that are all moving.
And they look like piles of sticks.
Yes, they look like piles of sticks that are on fire.
Okay, they're already on fire.
Oh, wow. Is there anything, can I see anything else in the room? Is there any other, like, materials? Is there, like, a blanket nearby?
There is not a blanket. There's just a whole bunch of debris, vines, leaves, dried up.
Somehow I have a little bag of sand in my pouch. Can I pour the sand onto one of the fires to try to put it out on one of the moving piles?
Yeah, I'll have you go after Kilmer here.
Oh, sorry. I'm jumping way ahead here.
I'm
Way
okay.
ahead.
I'm fresh out too. Well, I'm gonna just roll the dice here and cast Prestidigitation, putting the fire out on one of the piles just to see what happens.
Alright.
So I guess whichever one is closest.
The fires wick out. You sort of see a vague shape. So this one kind of has a vague humanoid shape.
So, can I try to talk to this thing that's on fire?
Yes.
Okay. So, telepathically, I want to talk to it with my awakened mind.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
So I don't want everyone else to know that I'm chatting with this guy.
You're like, I'm not with them.
Yeah. That's what I want to tell him. I'm gonna be like, it's not me you want. Like, try the one that lit the whole house on fire. She's probably the one you're looking for.
Alright, you can telepathically speak to any creature you can see within 30 feet of you if it understands at least one language.
Yeah. I don't know if this thing understands language, but I want to give it a shot.
So what do you say to it? You tell it, I'm not with these people?
Yeah, I say, hey, look, man, I didn't light you on fire. And then I sort of mentally point to the one who did light the fire.
Alright, so you're speaking to the one that the fire was put out by Kilmer?
Yeah, I'm talking to the one that the fire was sort of put out, and then, yeah.
So it nods at you.
Okay, so it sort of knows.
And then it kind of lifts out, several branches that you can tell now are an arm with fingers on the end, all made of sticks.
Can I say, like, you wanna help me get out of here?
Yeah, you can telepathically tell it that.
Yeah, I want to say that. Like, hey, bro, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. Help me get out of here, and then I'll see what I can do for you.
It remains in the pose that it took before.
Less helpful. Okay, so what we're looking at, we're seeing this door, right, and it's blocked off by a. There's a barricade of sorts.
Yeah, there's
on
a big.
the door.
There's a big wooden.
Can we? Is this like one of those things where you just lift it up and it unlocks the door?
Yeah.
Can I use my power of suggestion spell to make her go open the door?
To make Lucy open the door?
Yeah, to make Lucy open the door. Sorry, I don't have names. I don't know names.
Alright, suggestion. So that'll burn one of your spell slots.
I'm already down to 5 health.
That's true.
Yeah, so you suggest a course of activity, and Magically influence a creature you can see within range that can hear you and understand you. A creature that can't be charmed or immune to this effect. The suggestion must be worded in such a manner as to make the course of action sound reasonable. So the target must make a wisdom saving throw. So if you cast it on Lucy, she'll have to make a wisdom saving throw and see if it succeeds or not.
Right. Are you saying? Okay. I feel like you're saying I'm gonna need my spell slots.
But
later,
you could suggest Lucy do it or one of these creatures. You can cast
What's
it
that?
on. You can cast it on whoever you prefer.
Oh, I can cast it on one of these creatures as well. Yeah. Oh boy. No, you know what? Instead, can I use my cantrip with my mage hand and have it go like open the door?
Yeah.
All right, I want to do that. So I'm gonna take my mage hand. I'm gonna send it across the room to lift up the latch.
So it shoots across the room and latches on to that big wooden beam, and you command it, and it pushes upward on it, and it brings one side of the wood up. But that's as far as it gets. It sort of goes.
Oh boy!
And the wood remains on that latch, and the mage hand is kind of pushing and sort of failing, and then up and down.
Okay, so it's sort of heavy. It's too heavy for the hand. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah. All right. So from there, if you're not going to move, we're going to move on to these creatures.
Yeah.
And then, all right. So the one you put, the one you took the fire off of, he is going to slash at you.
What a dick!
And that was a 15 plus 3 to hit, 18. So he's gonna swipe at you for 4 damage.
Oh.
Wow.
Ow.